Today we're not going to be ranking shoes from lowest price to highest price like I normally would when I would buy a pair. We're going to be ranking from worst all the way to the best in the only sneaker rating you'll ever need. We won't need this one anymore and we won't need this one anymore. This is the only one. And in this video we're going to be ranking them over 3 different categories. The rarity, and when I say rarity I mean how many times you're going to see them on your normal trip out. We're going to be rating them over price as well because that's quite essential really for shoes, and as well how nice they are, another quite essential part of shoes. And we're going to start pretty low down. We're going to start pretty basic with the white Air Force, the most basic shoe out there realistically. So for your rarity it's going to be pretty much 0. For your price it's not going to be too bad, but over recently for some reason Nike's decided to bring them up to £100, so I'm still a little bit angry about that. So that's going to kill the price a little bit, but these shoes do kind of go with everything, so they do kind of deserve to go to the cool category. And as well, these are the categories that we're going to be rating them over: mega cool, super cool, cool, kind of cool, and dead. Some really artistic names I thought of there. Our next shoe, pretty similar looking to the Air Force, but it is boosted in pretty much every category, and it is the Nike Dunk. Rarity pretty high up there, even though they are becoming a lot less rare, and as well the same with price. The price used to be way up there, it has plummeted a little bit recently and is definitely going to plummet even more in the future, especially with some of the colorways they've been bringing out. But for nice, they are pretty nice, so they've got to be hitting the super cool thing, there is no question. But the next shoe is pretty much as popular as the first shoe, the Air Forces, and it is Vans.
Damn, Daniel, back at it again with the white van.
They are so popular, not as popular maybe as they were in 2016, but they are still pretty popular, probably because of how well priced they are. Vans are insanely priced, such good quality for the price. They are very nice as well. They've come out of some questionable collabs over the time, but I can't take that away from them. They've got to be super cool. And then we've got the classic feeler stompers. Then we move on to the Adidas Superstar, another classic. We're just coming out with straight classics out here. Once again, not very rare, but once again, a lot less common than you would see in 2016, when literally everyone was wearing them. And once again, they are extremely good priced. Even the collab pairs like the Blondie McCoys, they're extremely good priced. And as well, the Blondie McCoys are like one of the coolest shoes probably ever to be made. So they're going pretty high, I can't lie. They're gonna have to go into the super cool category. But then we've got
Jordan 4s or Jordan 1s.
But this time round, it's Jordan 4s. These are quite rare. You probably won't see too many of them about. Like, I don't see all that many all the time. I may see one every like 2 weeks, but that is probably because of the price, because a lot of these shoes are insanely priced. But then probably the reason why is because they are insanely nice, so they are going to get thrown in the mega cool category. But then we come crashing down from Jordan 4s to Alexander McQueen's, which have been nicknamed the Posh Boy Air Forces. I used to see these a lot more than I do now. Now I see them quite rarely, which can't lie, I'm quite pleased about. These are not my favourite shoe at all. But the reason they've probably got nicknamed the Posh Boy Air Forces is because of the price. These will set you back at least £400 brand new. And personally, and this is personally, I don't think they're very nice. So I'll put them in the kind of cool because they are okay, but they're not as bad as the feeler stompers. But then we move on to a shoe which once was as hyped as the Jordan 4 is now, and that is the Yeezy 350. I'm going to put all Yeezys in this category, even though some are a lot nicer than the 350s and some are a lot worse than the 350s. The 350 is a bit of a benchmark for Yeezys as a whole. The rarity of these used to be absolutely through the roof, especially when they first got dropped, but in recent times that has dropped significantly. I think that's just because of the way Kanye wanted to do it. He always wanted it to be a bit more of like a household shoe, which I don't mind because that might mean I might be able to pick myself up a cheap pair one day, but still at the moment they are still pretty pricey. They don't tend to resell as much as they used to, but even retail they can still get a little bit spenny. But the majority of them are pretty nice, so I'll slap them in the cool section just because they have had, as I said, some questionable designs. But then we got another shoe that followed pretty much the whole journey that the Yeezys have followed. They used to be really popular, now they're not really. They used to be expensive and now they're not really. They used to have some quite sick designs designs, even though personally I never thought any of them were, but now they've got some questionable designs. Personally, I do not like these. I don't like mesh shoes as a whole, but I can understand why someone would like them, so I'll put them on kinda cool just for all the people out there who do like them. If it was down to me, they would be in this category. But then we've got a shoe which the hype is still there for, and this is the Jordan 1.
Jordan 4s or Jordan 1s.
This time we're going with Jordan 1s. Personally, I would put the highs and the lows on the same tier, but I know a lot of people wouldn't. A lot of people really hate the lows, which I don't really get. I think it's a bit unnecessary. The lows are still hard. If you're saying the Dunkies, you've got to say the Jordan lows are. They pretty much look the same. But the rarity of these is defo coming down in recent times just with the amount of drops that they're coming out with, and that means the price is coming down on a lot of them. That doesn't change how nice they are. They are still one of the nicest shoes out there, so I am putting both of them in the mega cool category. Our next shoe has a high top and a low top variant, and it is the Converse. The rarity on these is pretty much non-existent because you can buy these in pretty much every shop and most charity shops or thrift shops if you're in America, but the price on these is pretty low, which is kind of sick because they are quite a sick shoe. So for all round aspects, affordability, style, everything like that, I'm gonna have to put them in the cool category. I would put them in the super cool, but they do have a fabric upper, and as I said, not the biggest fan of the fabric uppers. We'll ignore that I put the Vans in there. But a shoe that doesn't have a fabric upper is the 9.5s, and I'm gonna put Air Maxes in this category. They have the perfect upper, and personally, I think the perfect whole shoe, but I'll get onto that. But the rarity of these, pretty low. You see these pretty much everywhere, especially in the UK. These are a bit of a staple. The price on these is quite hefty, nowhere near as hefty as like your Dunks or your Jordans, but you're spending at least £180 for these. But in my opinion, I think it is hugely worth it because these are so nice. So I'm putting them in the mega cool category, and I might have to put 9.7s along with these in the same category as your 9.5s and your Air Maxes. The next shoe we've got a bit of a controversial one depending on your style, and it is the dad shoe. You don't really see too many people wearing these style shoes. Obviously you see a lot of dads wearing these style shoes, hence the name dad shoe. But you can pick these up for pretty cheap in like a Sports Direct or something like that. I don't even know what the American equivalent would be of that, but you could probably get these for about 40, 50 pounds maybe, and personally I think they're pretty nice depending on what ones you get. So just for the dependence of the ones you get for how nice they are, I'm gonna put them in the cool category. But a shoe that is in the similar kind of price range to this and does do a dad shoe variant are New Balances. New Balances aren't that rare. You'll see New Balances pretty much everywhere. They are quite a big staple, especially with Jack Harlow endorsing them now. But once again, another reason probably for this is because the price is pretty low and they are a premium shoe, and I think they do have some sick designs, some are a bit questionable, so I'm going to put them in the cool category again. But another dad looking shoe is the Balenciaga Triple S's. I'm going to put the sock shoes in this because I pretty much got the same opinion on them as well. The rarity used to be a lot higher, now the hype has kind of died off them a little bit, but not too much, just a little bit. The price of these is absolutely astronomical, and I've heard, I don't know personally, but apparently the sock shoes aren't even that good quality. But personally, don't think the sock shoes are that nice, but the Triple S's are pretty banging. I think they are really sick, but I'm going to put them in the super cool category. But then we move away from dad shoes to a high top, which we haven't had a high top in a little while. I think the last high top we have was the Converses, and that was about 4 minutes ago at least. The rarity of these is pretty low. You can pretty much buy them everywhere. They are not a hype shoe really at all, but the price on these is absolutely insane considering how nice they are. I think the niceness is off the scale, so I'm going to put them in the mega cool category. Once again, a controversial decision, but that is what this video is about, big controversy. And what else this video is about is subscribing, and if you've made it this far and you aren't already subscribed, you should subscribe because you obviously enjoyed it somewhat. But moving on to our final shoe, we've got Reeboks. I think we all know where Reeboks are going to go. They're pretty bang average. I'm just going to slap them in the cool category and throw aside all the waffle. But if you agree on my tier list, let me know in the comments, or if you disagree, also let me know. Let me know what you would have changed. But I do hope you have enjoyed this video. I hope you subscribe because we need to hit 1K by the end of the year. But I do hope you have enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you in another video.